late summer afternoon. We've got football at Paycor Stadium here in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started.
And we are underway from Cincinnati.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when he came out of college, we all knew he had the chance to be one of the better quarterbacks in the league. He got there in short fashion and elevates everyone around him. Led the league in passing last year with nearly 5,000 yards and had 43 touchdown passes. He's hoping to get his team back to the playoffs after falling just short a season ago.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
There was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Burrow going to keep it himself.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's fourth down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up fourth down.
So on fourth down, Ryan Rico on to punt for the Bengals.
Back deep, Khalif Raymond. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Goff now looks to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Lions first down.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
In motion, the tight end. To throw is Goff. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both inbounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's fourth down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at it.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc. Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And He can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him.
So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Now the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here.
2nd down and 8.
As they've got it as we resume action. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. An inside give, Brown. Still about 3 yards shy of the first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
In motion comes the tight end left. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
And he is caught. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Burrow looking to pass. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
And every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their 1st sack of the contest.
Now Burrow.
Open man is Yoshivas.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From midfield now, Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Burrow will throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. A nice gain of 21 yards.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll look underneath and finds Brown.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now it's Burrow.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Back to throw, gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run with him, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former member of the secondary, it makes you happy too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I've got a big grin on my face, too. That was a heck of a play, a heck of a call.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Draw play for Brown. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Man open left side is Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Eluding the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow, 15 yards.
And the Bengals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
He's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The juke.
And able to get this out to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
74 yards.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
At the 50-yard line.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Here comes 3rd down at 7. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18.
And the Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Complete to Jamar Chase. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 10-yard line.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. Here's Burrow. He's got some room to operate. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
A gain of 9 yards.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
That's the score.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. A shotgun snap for Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Now Goff. And now look at this. Big game. Fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. He's got it complete to Gibbs. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Now it's gone.
He's got room at the 30.
The Lions quickly now are going to use the last of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Goff throwing again.
This to Laporta, right side.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Bates' kick is good.
But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Now a short one to Gesicki.
And he goes out right around the 39.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
The second half starts with a run by Gibbs.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
And even 100 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Second down, they go back to Gibbs.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Goff.
Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Play action. It's gone.
He's got right on the short throw.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this 2nd half.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 2. This is Brown on the draw play. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. They go play action with Burrow. Open man is Yoshivas. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Now it's Burrow. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Burrow looking to pass. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first and 10, here's Brown. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And that will tie things at
17 all. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jameer Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again.
He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
On the keeper, here's Goff. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Now that's a run that warms the play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Burrow will throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Looking deep here for Chase.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
And this offense on third down today, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, 4th quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They go right back to the ground here in Brown. Derek Barnes
Waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit. He tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions 16.
81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Well, he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson.
This to break our 4th quarter tie.
McPherson's kick is good.
And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
1st down, Detroit.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
To throw is gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They pitch it out to Montgomery. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here's Goff.
He's got his receiver to Slaw. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35.
18 yards the gain for number 18.
First down, Lions.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
No gain on the play.
So nothing doing there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Goff.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Quick toss by Goff is complete.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams hauling that one in from Jared Goff. And the Lions have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd down at the 23-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
24 yards. And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
They will toss to Brown. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Throwing, Burrow. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And this is scooped up by the Lions.
He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some.
And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
shot at the end zone. And a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Could not finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And this is going to be caught. So an offensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.